So, hallo, herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Runde Let's Play Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward, meine lieben Zuschauer. Und ja, wir stehen vor einer wichtigen Entscheidung. Gehen wir erstmal kurz... Ah ne, ich kann gerade nicht in den Bildschirm mit den bisherigen Teils Dialogs, aber da könnt ihr euch ja das Ende der letzten Folge nochmal ansehen. Ich habe halt gespeichert, die Aufnahme beendet und so weiter. Mache ich meistens nach so einer Folge, weil die Folgen gehen teilweise schon was lang und dann nehme ich meistens einfach abends eine Folge auf und so weiter. Aber genug gelabert. Wir haben ja bisher, wir haben ja mit Luna den letzten Raum betreten, war ja die Lounge. Und jetzt sind wir also mit Fi zusammen im AB-Game gegen Luna und Fi will uns davon überzeugen, dass wir Luna auf jeden Fall verraten sollen. Warum?
6, 5, 4.
Ja, die Zeit wird knapp.
3, 2.
When your BP hits 0, you die.
Stellt sich die Frage, woher sie das weiß?
That's what I meant.
1.
Ally oder Betray? Was wählen wir? Der Würfel sagt Ally. Ob das eine gute Entscheidung war, das werden wir jetzt merken.
Round 1 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others running toward the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that?
What was that, Sigma?
Huh?
Don't play dumb. You chose Ally. Didn't you hear me? I told you that if your BP drops to 0, you die.
Yeah, I heard you. A whole second before the deadline. How can you expect me to think anything through that quick? It would have taken like half a second just to process what you'd said.
No, you could have done it. The brain's processing power increases during a crisis. It starts working so fast that a second can seem like an eternity. Your brain was doing that right before time ran out, wasn't it? Well, am I wrong?
What the hell are you talking about? Okay, fine. Let's be generous and say, hypothetically, that you're right about this crisis overclocking thing. How would you know whether or not my brain was doing that? Did you crack open my skull while I wasn't looking? You just wedge a microscope in there and have a look at my neurons? Let me be straight with you. Your shit is whack, like hella whack. I mean, you just know stuff you shouldn't. Stuff like my name, or how if your BP hits 0, you die. You told me you don't know why, but more and more I'm starting to think you've been lying to me.
Yo, what's
Die Stelle kennen wir.
Siggy!
Ach, wieso kann ich das nicht überspringen?
Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Das kennen wir doch. Ah,
Let's go. Time to see what the results are. Maybe it's different this time.
huh? This time? Hey! Fi, hold on! Shit.
Good. Looks like you're all here.
Finally, let's get ready to rock!
Ambidex game! Round 1! The results!
If everybody Anyway, please direct their eyes to this monitor.
Mal sehen, ob sich die Ergebnisse, also wie das jetzt aussieht, sag ich mal. Oh. Okay, wir haben Schwein gehabt. Vergleichen wir mal mit dem, was wir sonst so kennen. Bei Dio und Quark hatten sie letztes Mal Luna, da haben sie Ally gewählt. Gegen Tenmyoji hingegen Betray. Aber hier wählt Tenmyoji ebenfalls Ally. Alice hat gegen uns Ally gewählt, als wir Betray gewählt haben. Und Tenmyoji wurde letztes Mal ja auch verraten von Kay und Clover.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Thanks, Luna.
Oh no, it's nothing. You don't have to thank me. I only did what anybody would have done. I believed in you and Phi.
When Luna glanced away, I threw Phi what could ich krieg's echt nicht hin. I threw Phi what could only be described as a smug grin. Ha, geht doch. Rather frustratingly, she didn't respond, only turned away, unperturbed. I was about to press the issue when I heard Tenmyoji's voice.
Quark, what happened?
No! It wasn't me! Mr. Dio tricked me! He told me he'd pick Ally! He promised! That's why I let him do the voting!
Is this true, Dio?
Are you serious? This kid's full of shit.
What?
I didn't do squat. Quark was the one who decided how we were gonna vote. And you wanna know what he told me?
You just leave the voting to me, Mr. Dio. Grandpa's gonna choose to ally for sure, 'cause I'm his opponent on this one. I think we should betray. To be honest, I'm getting kinda tired of that grumpy old bastard. He's had a good life, but it's time for him to go. What do you say we leave the old fart here and leave? I've got a plan. See? Don't worry about me. I'll just tell him you tricked me. He'll believe whatever I tell him. Besides, if he still trusts me, that'll make it easier to use him again later. What do you say, Mr. Dio? Pretty good plan, huh? Alright, let's do it.
You're lying! I never should have trusted you! Dio!
Stellt sich die Frage, wer von den beiden jetzt die Wahrheit sagt.
You're a lying jerk!
Sure, kid, keep whining. See if I care.
Grandpa! You believe me, right?
Don't let this brat fool you, old man. All of this is just part of his plan.
You bastard! I'm not gonna let you get away with this!
That's enough, Quark. Don't lose your temper. How long have I known you? I could be deaf and blind, and I'd still know if you were lying to me.
Really?
You're just as gullible as he said you'd be. Hook, line, and sinker. Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust the kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
It's all right. I understand.
I'm so sorry.
I apologize. This is very unfortunate.
It looked as though another argument had taken place while Quark and Dio were fighting. Whatever it had been about, it appeared to have resolved itself.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it.
Hätte sie das mal bei uns gesagt.
I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game. Zero, when does the next round start?
Das kommt mir jetzt bekannt vor. Ja, das können wir überspringen. Ihr seht also auch zwischen den den unterschiedlichen Zeitlinien gibt es Stellen, die exakt gleich sind. Weil es muss ja alles erklärt werden, egal in welcher Reihenfolge du diese Zeitlinien spielst. So. Yeah, it did change. Mine changed from red to cyan.
Me too. Mine's cyan now.
Okay, wir sind also mit... Ach nee, waren wir Solo oder Pair? Ich hab nicht drauf geachtet.
Mine too.
Okay, wir sind Pair mit Alice.
Wait, I guess the colors weren't the only thing that changed. It switched from pair to solo.
You're right. Mine switched from solo to pair.
Mine is now a solo as well.
Yep, looks like mine's changed too. I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm still a pair.
The three of us seem to be magenta now as well.
I'm yellow, and it still says solo. Fi, you and Dio are yellow now too, right?
Yeah.
Looks like I'm a pair.
When did they change?
Back when the AB gates closed.
Das ist jetzt, glaube ich, wieder ja, überspringbar. Ja, die Erklärung, was denn so passiert ist und so weiter, wie man da hingekommen ist. Why is this happening to me? I spent a few minutes wallowing in misery. I figured I deserved at least a little self-pity. But even I knew that brooding and whining wasn't going to get me anywhere. Like Kay had said, we needed to at least try and find another way out. So I shook my head to clear it, stood up straight and headed off. Lounge Infirmary der Crew Quarters. Der Würfel sagt... Crew Quarters. Mal sehen, wer da ist und mit wem wir da plaudern können und so. Gibt immer ein paar nette Unterhaltungen an diesen Orten. Huh? So these are the crew quarters, huh?
Oh, Sigma. What are you doing here?
Hey, come on, man. Don't be like that. We aren't enemies, are we?
Huh. I wonder.
What happened to you, Tenmyoji? You've been acting weird ever since we found that lady's body.
Oh, you think so? But you sure it ain't just all in your head?
Bisschen aggressiv, der Kerl. Fine. Let's move on to something else, then. You and Quark. Is he your grandkid?
Why do you want to know?
Why? Well, I mean, why do you think? He keeps calling you Grandpa. Of course I'm gonna wonder what the deal is. We all got kidnapped and brought here, apparently for no reason. Now they're making us all play some sort of weird game. I'm just trying to find a little meaning in all this nonsense. That's it. So tell me, Tenmyoji, are you really Quark's grandpa? Wir kommen jetzt. Clover. Luna.
Sigma, where'd you come from?
Did you not want me here?
No, it's okay, I guess. I just thought Tenmyoji was the only other person here.
This is the crew quarters. I came here with Clover and Tenmyoji. We decided we'd split up to investigate.
Huh. Makes sense. So you find anything?
0.
What? Which one?
No, I meant I found 0 things.
What about you? Anything suspicious?
I didn't find anything either. Although, I guess you could say this whole facility is suspicious.
Yeah, you've got a point there. So why do you think Zero put all these puzzles and stuff all over the place?
Well, maybe solving all of these puzzles is part of the nonary game.
Really? I thought the nonary game was a couple of rounds before of the AB game. Why would he need the puzzles and stuff then? Well, what is the nonary game then? Why is Zero making us do all this?
Well, this is just, speculation, but maybe it's for entertainment. So rich, powerful people can watch.
Entertainment?
Yes. They're probably off in an opulent theater, watching us struggle while they drink brandy and eat caviar.
Oh, you think so, huh? So some rich bastards killed her off for kicks. What kind of a death is that?
Well, maybe her dying didn't have anything to do with the rest of the game.
No. Kay was right. If her dying wasn't part of all this, the rabbit would have said something. But what do we get? Nothing. Just tells us to keep playing and disappears. I can only think of one reason he'd do that. Murdering her was always part of Zero's plans. Now, if you can think of another way all this fits, well, I'd love to hear it.
So you're saying that Zero Sr. is the one who murdered the old lady?
Now, it sure looks that way.
That means there's a 7 in 1 chance anybody could be the murderer.
Wait. 7?
Well, Alice and I can't be Zero.
Okay. I'll let the I part go, but you're gonna have to give me a little to convince me Alice can't be Zero.
What? Come on. Alice and I know each other.
Well, how do you know each other?
I guess you could say we're co-workers.
And where do you co-work?
An organization?
That's kind of vague. What kind of organization?
That's... I can't tell you.
What? What do you mean you can't tell us?
I mean, I can't tell you. Just forget about it, okay?
Why can't you tell us?
Because it's confidential. I promised I wouldn't tell.
Oh, come on, don't give me that. Look around you, Clover. You really think this is the time for playing it close to the chest?
Yeah! What if the people you work for have something to do with what's going on here?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should tell you.
Finally.
Sorry, but I just don't really trust you guys. I mean, what if one of you is Zero? It could be any of you. Sorry. Anyway, I think that's enough about me and Alice. I just don't really feel like I can trust you guys.
Es stellt sich aber auch echt die Frage, wer ist Zero? Wenn wir jetzt sie betrachten, sie ist die einzige, von der wir wissen, dass sie bei einem Nonary-Game schon mal dabei war. Wenn wir da an den ersten Zero, also Akane, zurückdenken, die hat auch vorher mal was Ähnliches erlebt. Parallelen? Vielleicht, vielleicht nicht. Ich sag, bei unverdächtig ist sie nicht.
Maybe if that changes, then I can tell you. So, I guess I'll go now.
Go? Where are you going?
I don't know. I haven't really figured it out yet.
Then I'll be going too.
Fine.
There she goes. So, Tenmyoji.
Save it. I don't trust you any more than she does.
In other words, you aren't gonna tell me anything, are you?
Sorry.
Okay. I left Tenmyoji and headed back to the hallway. There were so many questions I wanted answers to, but it was looking like I'd have to suffer in ignorance for a while longer. Besides, there were plenty of more immediate problems that needed my attention. I sighed and filed my questions away to be dealt with later. I needed to focus. Also, Lounge oder Infirmary? Lounge. Ich sag mir, hier spielt es keine große Rolle, in welcher Reihenfolge man das macht. Es läuft dann auf dieselben Sachen wieder hinaus.
Oh, Sigma. Perfect timing.
You were here earlier, right?
Yeah, I was. Phi, Luna and I were the first into this room.
Did you find anything suspicious?
Like, secret pathway or something.
You really think that's the kind of detail I would have neglected to mention?
Anything else then? Anything out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary? Well, I mean, everything about this room is out of the ordinary.
How about this?
Isn't that obvious? It's an astronomy magazine. Apparently it's got an article about a lunar eclipse. Says it's going to happen on December 21st, 2028.
This New Year's Eve then?
Yeah. 6 days from now.
Wait, what did you say? What do you mean 6 days?
Well, today's Christmas, right? So...
Wait a minute. When were you grabbed?
Didn't you hear me? On Christmas. About 2 or 3 in the morning. Wait, did they pick you up on a different day?
Yeah.
I was abducted in the middle of the night on December 22nd.
What about you?
I think it was the 20th.
Then we were all taken on different days.
Does that mean we were just sleeping until the Nonary game started?
Maybe they kept us on a Soparil IV drip or something?
In theory, you could have everyone wake up at the same time if you got the dosage right.
Then today might not even be the 25th.
I think that's likely.
Yeah. Some of us were probably abducted after you.
Oh. Well, I guess that explains why I feel kinda dizzy.
You too? I felt disoriented since I woke up. My body doesn't feel right.
So eine ähnliche Unterhaltung hatten wir auch in der anderen Zeitlinie.
Well, maybe it's because we were asleep for so long. Your muscles start to atrophy if you don't use them.
Then what day is today?
Beats me.
I have no idea.
Well, what about you guys? Was there anything interesting in the crew quarters or in the infirmary?
Nah, nothing in the quarters. Oh well, there was a book about a cat.
A cat?
Yeah. Something about a cat in a box and whether it's dead or alive. Didn't make any sense to me though.
Well, it doesn't really sound like something that's going to help us get out of here.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
Ja, Schrödingers Katze mal wieder. How about the infirmary? Find anything interesting?
Well, actually there was one thing.
What?
I wasn't trying to hide it. The right moment to mention it just never came up.
You don't need to apologize. Just tell us what you found.
Well, see for yourself.
It's a newspaper article, looks like.
Yeah, it was in the safe in the infirmary.
Oh, den kennen wir.
Let me see that. Radical 6 infection spreads. Cure continues to elude authorities.
What the hell? What's Radical 6?
Just read the article.
I swallowed and began to read. The Radical 6 virus continues to spread across the globe like wildfire. The WHO has confirmed that the death toll is estimated to have passed 100,000 victims. Immediate quarantine of any infected patients is strongly advised. Do you think we're in a quarantine facility?
You mean you think we got infected with this Radical 6 thing? Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, we don't know anything for sure, but look at us. We seem pretty healthy. Admittedly, I don't know what the symptoms of Radical 6 are, but if it's killing people worldwide, they must be horrific. Now, just look at this soft, lustrous skin. This perfect, shapely face. Does this beauty look like something infected with an awful disease?
Na, wenn man zumindest die Augen betrachtet, ist es stark geschminkt.
You want to touch it, don't you, boy? I I can see it in your eyes. Go on. Try.
Well, I'm feeling a little weird.
That could just be from sleeping for a couple of days. Or maybe it's a side effect of that drug. Besides, if this is where they ship people to quarantine them, don't you think there aren't enough, people? This thing is killing people all over the world, right? So why would there only be 9 of us here?
Yeah, I guess you do have a point.
Think about it. Zero is forcing us to play this nonary game. Why would the government quarantine people and then make them play a game?
Also a good point.
Yes, it is.
So you're saying there's no connection between our abductions and this virus?
Probably not.
Well, it's still something we should remember, I suppose. I mean, even if we're safe in here, our friends and families are still out there.
That's true. I hope they're all right.
Wait a minute. When did this virus actually show up? I've never heard of it before.
Neither have I.
Me either.
So what day is it? If this Radical 6 killed hundreds of thousands of people while we were asleep, just how long have we been here for?
I don't think you'll be able to just puzzle that out. If we want the truth, we need to find more information.
Okay, I think I'll go look around a bit more then. I've already spent plenty of time here anyway.
Alice and I are gonna stick around. You know, just in case you miss something. Don't really feel like I can trust your eyes.
Whatever. I turned and headed for the exit. Where to next? There was only one other place I hadn't gone. Infirmary. Also gehen wir mal ins Krankenzimmer. How's it going? You guys find anything?
Hello, Mr. Sigma.
Nothing yet.
Oh.
Well, Alice, Clover, and I did go over this room quite thoroughly. I doubt you'll find any hidden hallways here.
Why are you back here then?
Well, I was concerned about the lady you found. Who would do such a horrible thing?
Given what we know so far, you're the most likely candidate.
Fi, please. Why would I kill this woman?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the evidence points to you right now. If we find more evidence in the future, that could change.
We were so busy earlier that I never got to ask, but do any of you know who she is? Ach, eine Sache auch. Diese Frau scheint ja schon länger tot zu sein. Warum haben wir die eigentlich nur in dieser Zeitlinie gefunden? Also wir haben bisher eine andere gehabt und da war sie nicht.
Beats me. I've never seen her before.
I don't know her either.
Neither do I. Well, I suppose I might have known her before I lost my memories, but there's no way to know, is there?
You still can't remember anything?
No. Not even a little, unfortunately.
You better be telling the truth about this amnesia stuff.
Are you suspicious of me too, Sigma?
Suspicious? Have you looked in a mirror lately? You might as well have suspicious tattooed across your forehead.
If someone ran into you on the street at night, they'd probably pass out from fright.
Or maybe even during the day.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I apologize for my frightening appearance.
Well, it's not really something you need to apologize for. I mean, it's not your fault, right?
No, I suppose not. Well, I assume not.
But what?
I'm not sure why, but none of this feels particularly strange. The mask and the suit, I mean. In a way, it almost feels natural. I don't feel as though I was forced into it.
Are you saying this is how you always look?
No, I don't think that's it.
This might be a pretty obvious question, but is there any way for you to take it off?
No. I've tried several times, to no avail. I honestly don't even know where to start. Ah, but there is something I'd like to ask of you. There are parts of the suit I can't see. Could you have a look and tell me if perhaps there is a switch or something similar?
With no further warning, he removed his robe and turned his back to us. It took no time at all to find something of interest. There's a hole here on the back of your head.
A hole?
Yeah, looks like you insert something. It says open, so maybe if you put some kind of key in there.
You could open up the suit and take the mask off.
I see. That's excellent news. We just need to find whatever it is that goes in there then.
Ja. Hoffen wir, dass das hier ist irgendwo.
Thank you. I feel somewhat relieved. I was beginning to fear I might have to spend the rest of my life like this.
Wait, a minute ago you said that it felt natural.
Well, it does. But that doesn't mean I want to stay in it forever. Imagine having glasses, for instance. Wearing them doesn't feel strange, but you'd hardly want to wear them all the time, forever, would you? That's what wearing this suit is like. Well, I think that's enough about me. Shouldn't we be making our way back to the rendezvous?
Oh shit. I totally forgot. Damn, we're already late.
All the more reason to move along.
Let's hurry. Come on.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
What the hell? You're late. You just thought you'd take your fucking time getting back?
Sorry.
Sorry's not gonna cut it. Did you forget how this works? I'm your partner. Any later you'd have killed us both, especially me.
You should remember that too, Sigma. I can't go through without you. You got back in time, but you need to be more careful.
Okay.
Please stop fighting. This isn't the time for that.
She's right, you know. The doors have already opened. We need to hurry up and figure out our teams.
So, how should we pair up? Ich würde sagen, das entscheiden wir in der nächsten Folge. Da gibt es dann wieder ein Escape Room. Das wird eine sehr schön lange Folge, wobei diese jetzt auch, boah, ein bisschen mehr als eine halbe Stunde, ist schon ganz nett. Lasst mal eure bisherigen Theorien. Wer ist Zero? Was hat diese alte Frau mit der ganzen Sache zu tun? Ist diese alte Frau Zero? Man weiß es ja alles nicht. Mal in den Kommentaren. Wer ist verdächtig und aus welchem Grund und so weiter. Das würde mich schon interessieren, was ihr da denkt. Also dann, wir sehen uns in der nächsten Folge von Let's Play Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Bis dahin, Cheerio.